Hey guys, how are you? It's Bricks Nostalgia here once again with you, and what I would like to do today is to show you my mock Lego train station in vintage style, okay? So this one is the build, but what I would like to do with you is very briefly to tell you how this thing came up, okay? So very briefly, first of all, I'm only into vintage Lego stuff. We're talking about the ones from the period of my childhood, which means very late 70s until very early 90s. Now, when I was in I don't even look at nowadays sets. I'm just not interested. For me, it's about the memories and the nostalgia from my childhood. So when I was in the train station and started looking up at the official vintage sets from the 80s, I couldn't find anything I liked, so I decided to move on and try to build a mock and see if anything interesting would come out of it. So I started looking around here and there, a bit in the internet and just around, and until I bumped into this book here. This is the Lego idea book number 7777, and it's a trains idea book from 1980. Okay, so the page that got me struck and that gave me the inspiration was this one. This is an awesome scene. Hope you can see well without much reflex, and the train station is this one. I was struck by the design of this one. I know it's a bit overall design, but I'm really into the 80s stuff, so if you are a young person you might not really feel much about what you see here, but if you are on your 30s, 40s, this is gonna make much sense to you. So I bumped into this station, I liked it, and so I decided to build it and try to build it similar to this one as much as possible with the bricks I had. The problem is that on my own I wasn't able to give it good shape, good size, good measures, so I was a bit stuck about it. So I didn't know what to do at this point, and I was a bit stuck when I actually remembered that actually not all the sets from the late 80s, early 90s were sets I didn't like. There was actually one station that I liked from the very early 90s, even if I never paid much attention to it, because when I was a kid I never had a chance to have a train, which was this one, which is the set number 4554, and this actually is a very cool station. I really like the design. You can see that there is transition from 80s design to 90s, and I like the color because the yellow is also my favorite color. And so I thought about this, and then I decided to go to toysperiod.com and look at instructions, and then start to build the station with the pieces I had, but following the instructions from this set. Okay, I went for a red color just because I didn't have enough yellows, so that's the choice, the color choice. So I started building up, but at some point, you know, as you can see here from this picture, when it was about the bottom part, things were coming out pretty similar, but in terms of the top, I was lacking of these windows and all the slopes that are here that build the roof, so I was a bit stuck. So at this point, I'm always going for what I had. I decided to go back to this design and make the top of the station as you can see it here in this picture. So if you have a look here, this is the picture, and you can see that you can see here, you can see that the top of the two are very similar to each other. This is the reason I was running out of pieces, and then so I I went back to this stuff. Okay, so this is how this station came up. So this is it, and yeah, it's pretty simple, very vintage style, nothing crazy. There is a platform and the whole building. The platform, I like it a lot in this style. It's just a regular platform for pedestrians. There are a couple of benches for people who are waiting for the train. There is the controller, you know, giving indications to the train arriving. Some people waiting, police officer checking that everything is fine, and a couple of people waiting here at the bar. This left side here is nothing special. I just was trying to find something, a way to fill up this left side, as I didn't really know what to put in it, and there wasn't that much going on in it. The right side instead, actually, I like it a lot. There is this bar that gives lots of dynamics and lot of life to the station, so I really like it a lot. And here on the upper part, as you can see through the windows, you can see it's a control room, and you can see through what the controller here is doing while he manages the whole station. A very little touch, but that I like a lot, is the clock. I really like it. I really like it. It's, I don't know why, it really hooks me up. Now we'll move very briefly to the back, and as you can see, I've been following very similar light instructions from set number 4554. Here is the back area. There is a coffee machine, and here, as you can see, just a drinks machine where you serve drinks on tap, pretty much. As you can see, as I said, it's very vintage style, so back in those days there were just very few common pieces, and then it was the kid that had to put all the creativity, imagination to make things happen, if you understand what I mean. Top part, there is the control station, just one person, a telephone. You can see here there are the computers for the controller, so you can check what's going on, leave the radio in case he needs to get in touch with the police officer or other colleagues that are on the platform. And then last thing here is on the bottom right. You can see there is a waiting room with a telephone and just a couple of seats for people who are waiting for the train. Okay. The last thing, guys, I'm not gonna spend much time on this, is that you can split the two parts very easily, the platform and the building. And the reason why you can do that and is, if you just give me 1 second, I'm gonna show you. Just let me grab it. Is because this way you can interchange very quickly with this other platform that is an original one from set number 4554. These are base plates that were used in that station and in the Nautic sets. There were 3 of them in 1990, in the 90s. With this color. And now if you give me a minute, guys, I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna set it up, and then we're gonna go through very briefly. We're gonna give a very quick look at the other version with this one, and you guys tell me which one your favorite is. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, here I am again. I just changed the platform. I just set up a bit, I set up a little scene, adding a few minifigures and a couple of vehicles. So yeah, this one, you tell me what you think. This one is better in terms of playability, because these slopes here and this space allow the use of vehicles like cars or little vans like this one, and so it makes it gives you the chance to play with different possibilities, I would say. In the previous one with the platform, you could just like pretend people were walking back and forward. So yeah, this is the main difference that you can notice once you have the whole thing in front of you. It's just a matter of it's really just a matter of personal taste. I prefer the other one in terms of looks, and I think that will be the one I will keep in my city. But at the same time, this one can suit very well different scenarios in case you want to put a lot more dynamics involved in the station or around the station. As you can see, let me just zoom in a bit. As you can see, I kept pretty much things the same around the bar, but as you can see here, I've been adding this little van with this person carrying some stock, and there is this little car passing by that we can pretend is just passing by to drop somebody, or is coming to pick up somebody that just arrived with the train. Okay, so guys, I think pretty much that's it. And thanks for your time. Please subscribe, rate and comment, because I mean rate, comment and subscribe, because I'm gonna be posting a lot more over the next few weeks, and you guys tell me what you think. Okay, see you soon guys, and take care, bye.